Good day everyone, my name is Kevin Young, Technical Product Lead for Philips Monitors in Europe. Today I'm going to show you how to manage your Philips monitors in your office using our Philips Smart Management Enterprise solution. In this demonstration we are using our new Philips 27B2G 5601 and our 32B2U 3601H in front of me. Managing many monitors across a company can quickly become complicated. Each screen requires updates, setting adjustments, and performance checks. And doing all that one by one takes a lot of time. That's where the Philips Smart Management Portal comes in. It brings everything together in one place. From a single dashboard, IT teams can see and manage every connected display at once. They can roll out firmware updates instantly, track online status in real time, create detailed reports with serial numbers and monitor data, and perform troubleshooting remotely. It gives IT teams full control and visibility while saving hours of manual work. To use Smart Management, you need to have two things installed. On the IT side, you need to have our Smart Management software installed. Here's how it looks like. When you go to our Smart Management portal and log in, you go to Device Management, you go to Device Settings, and here you see all the monitors, both online and offline. In order to see a monitor on this dashboard, Philips SmartControl must be installed on each user's laptop. SmartControl is our application for controlling your monitor setting from your operating system. Here's how that looks like. From your Windows, you go to SmartControl. Here you can change settings, for example, your brightness, contrast, and your resolution. We go to Setup. We go to Remote Control. And here you'll be able to fill in the IP address of the IT administrator, which you can find here. In order to see the monitor on this dashboard, Philips SmartControl has to be installed on the user's laptop. SmartControl is our application for controlling your monitor settings from your operating system. Here's how that looks. We go to the client user's screen, we turn on SmartControl. Here you can change the picture format, brightness, contrast, and much more. We go to Setup, we go to Remote Control, and here you can fill in the server IP of the administrator. So your administrator will give you the IP address you need to fill, or they will preset that for you. Here you fill in the IP address, here you fill in the port, you press Save, you click on Remote Control, and that's it. Once this is done, SmartControl must be running in the background for IT to see the monitors on their network. For this demonstration, I'll manually lower the brightness so the Smart Management can increase it later on remotely. Go to Brightness, we change to Brightness 10, and we keep it running in the background. From this dashboard, I can now control the monitor remotely. Let's find the monitor on the dashboard. From this dashboard, I can now control the monitor. Let me show you how that works. We select the monitor, we go to Settings, we click on Picture. Now you can see that the brightness is set to 10. We increase the brightness all the way to 100. We press Save, confirm again. And now you see the user's monitor's brightness has increased to 100. That's the advantage of Philips Smart Management Portal. It allows you to control the monitor on the network remotely. Also, in a normal situation, end user can manually adjust the monitor's settings. But on this monitor, we have turned on OSD lock so that the IT administrator can control the monitor remotely over the network. Let's dive a bit deeper into what Smart Management Portal can do. We will first see the device serial number. You also have the MAC address, which is very important for IT administrators when granting network access to Office notebooks or PCs. At the district, you can set where the monitor is located. In this situation, it's on the 6th floor in our Amsterdam office. With zone, you can set where the monitor is located. For example, when a monitor is next to an office window, when the sun is shining bright into the screen, you will know that the monitor screen brightness has to be increased more, and the IT administrator can do that remotely. In this situation, I've set my colleague's name on each display and office desk. We then have the monitor name, the motherboard firmware version, which is very handy when you need to do remote firmware updates. You have the backlight hours running, and the advantage of that is that when a procurement team has to replace the monitors in office, they don't need to replace everything, but they can replace based on the backlight hours running on each monitor, so they can make more economical decision. Production date is also very important when you need to manage warranty. You can see when a user is online for the last time, and you can see if a monitor is online and offline as well. You also have the export function. You can export all the assets on a PDF report. Here is an example how it looks like. And you can export this in PDF, in Excel, or in CSV. One other function is to search for your displays on the network. In this situation, let's search this serial number. Press copy. We go to the file serial number. We paste. We press search. And now you can see the monitor which you want to find on the network here on the dashboard. When you want to do a reset, press on reset and you'll get all the displays again. Now let's look more closely at what the possibilities are for Philips Smart Management Portal. We select the monitor I have here on the right and we go to settings. In here, we can do a lot of changes for the monitor remotely, like picture, like color, like settings, where you can mute the speaker, or you can also do power scheduling. Under exclusive setup, you can change the resolution, and you can also power off a monitor remotely on the network. And last but not least, you can also do firmware updates. In this situation, under version upgrade in SmartControl, we see there's one firmware upgrade available. From the IT administrator side, we can activate this firmware remotely. For that, we can go to the Announce button to inform the user remotely not to turn off the monitor at 12 o'clock. So we turn on Announcement. We type the text firmware upgrade at 12 o'clock. Please don't turn off your monitor. We press Save. And here you can see that the user has received an announcement not to turn off the monitor at 12 o'clock. Once that is sent, we can go back to the monitor. We go to Settings, we go to Firmware Update, we select Firmware Upgrade, press Save, confirm again, and now you can see the monitor is being upgraded remotely. And that's the overview of Philips Smart Management Portal, your solution for managing monitors remotely. Thank you very much.
Philips.